Welcome back to Sin City Crypto fam. It's your co-host David here at Sin City Crypto, coming at you live from Global Studios in Las Vegas, Nevada, with a deep dive into Helium. Make sure you stay tuned. We're going to break the project down for you. Before we get into content, quick disclaimer, we are not financial advisors. Don't take anything we say as financial advice. Do your own research. With that being said, let's meet your least favorite co-host, Big Rob.
Hola, it's your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. First time checking us out. A little bit about us here. We're an entertainment focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, boring, and stale information and package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, we not only do deep dives, we also do live streams. This is the deep dive though. Check out the live streams Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Vegas time. We're also a young and growing channel. Grow with us. Help us out. Subscribe to the channel, especially if you like the information. If you do like the information, hit the like button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. David, what we got today, baby?
So, you watching. Do you believe in internet for everyone and not just the people who can afford it? We use the internet every single day to pay bills, manage our accounts, and search for information and many other things.
And watch YouTube videos that are Sin City Crypto.
That's right. Now, less than 60% of the world's population has access to any internet. And Helium is looking to solve that issue. Instead of going the centralized route that companies like HNT or your local internet provider is taking, they are trying to accomplish this using the decentralized protocols available in the blockchain space today. Now, how exactly are they planning on doing this? We'll break everything down for you in this dive into Helium. Let's get right into the history of the project. Helium, HNT, is a decentralized blockchain powered by network for Internet of Things devices. Now, what are Internet of Things devices? Internet of Things consists of extracting data from the real world using sensors. What are sensors? Some sensors include things like laptops, cell phones, parking meters, even dog collars, for example, and there's many, many more. Now, who is behind the project? Three gentlemen, Amir Helium, Sean Fanning, and Sean Carey, started the company in 2013. Amir has an active esports and game development background. Sean is well known for developing Napster, the music sharing service, which was one of the first mainstream peer-to-peer internet services in the late 1990s. And Sean number two, meanwhile, held multiple development roles, including with advertising optimization firm Ware, acquired by PayPal.
Is their names actually Sean number one and Sean number two? Or
No, it's Sean with a W and then Sean just SEAN.
Okay.
Now, Helium mainnet did go live and launch in July of 2019. Let's get into the most important part of our project, which is their utility. Helium is a global distributed network of hotspots that create public, long-range wireless coverage for IoT devices. The Helium blockchain was created to incentivize the creation of physical, decentralized wireless network. The network runs on a new consensus algorithm called proof of coverage. You've heard of proof of stake, you've heard of proof of work. There's a new one called proof of coverage. What exactly is it? Proof of coverage uses radio waves to validate that hotspots are providing legitimate wireless coverage. Proof of coverage tries to verify that hotspots are honestly representing their location and the wireless network coverage they are creating. They do this by challenging hotspots. Here's how it works. Let's pull up the picture. A hotspot in the vicinity of the one being challenged is selected to verify the network. So you'll see that on the top right. The hotspot being challenged, which is the one in the center, is responsible for transmitting packets to be witnessed by proximate hotspots, which are the ones that are labeled witness. Once complete, the challenger then submits the proof receipt as a transaction to the blockchain to be verified. Upon successful completion of the challenge, all parties involved get a piece of the 5.31% reward paid in HNT. So, challenges do happen once every 360 blocks, but Helium wants to get that number down to once every 200 blocks.
So let me ask you this. So basically, they're offering internet out to places that don't have it via radio waves. Is that kind of what I understood?
Essentially, yes. So you have Wi-Fi. They use more radio waves. It's a little more. Wi-Fi only goes up to, I believe, 50 meters. These go up to 200-300.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's so
lot easier
many
to scale.
people, in America, we take for granted, and other civilized, very developed countries, we take for granted
Absolutely.
internet and Wi-Fi. So I know there's a huge chunk of the population across
Huge.
the globe that is not connected to the internet. And for global adoption of blockchain, we need everybody to be able to connect
Onto the
to
internet.
So-
Absolutely. And Helium's trying to do that. Why I love the project so much. The important thing about challenges is it keeps the people who run hotspots honest. It makes sure that they are doing what they're supposed to do, and there's zero lapse in wireless network coverage. And instead of doing it once every 360 blocks, they're trying to get it down to once every 200 blocks. So more often, which means more rewards are getting paid out. The network is more secure. Now, we mentioned hotspots. Let's talk a little bit more about Helium's hotspots. Now, you can purchase a device to put in your home or office that uses radio waves to create a hotspot. We'll drop a link to the website below in our description, and you can go to the website, and it has all the authorized retailers, the devices that you can use if you want to run a Helium hotspot. There are currently over 434,000 hotspots around the globe. Los Angeles County in California currently has the most hotspots, with almost 6,000 in Los Angeles alone.
Is it cheaper to go with traditional internet or is it cheaper to go with Helium? Did you maybe see any price comparisons in our research?
So, okay, here's an example for me. I pay $176 a month
Damn.
for internet. I have the Gigablast here in Las Vegas, the Cox Communication. They're the only internet provider where I live that provides actual good coverage internet. Now, $176 a month versus going out, buying a router to be able to run a hotspot. Now, the problem is the more hotspots and routers there are in a concentrated area, the better it is. If you have hotspots that are, instead of being 5 miles within another, are 50 miles within one another, it's hard to challenge those hotspots and make sure the networks are secured and running efficiently. So clusters of hotspots are way better. And because of technology, they use the radio wave technology, it can reach more people versus something like Wi-Fi that can only reach 50 meters or whatever the number may be.
So a project will be more efficient with more market adoption.
Exactly. So the more people, we're at 434,000 hotspots. It's only going to grow. And the cool thing about the hotspots too is they only use 5 watts of energy. In comparison, your small to medium-sized fridge uses 880 watts of energy every single day. Helium hotspots only use 5 watts. Now, if you are running a hotspot, you can earn Helium tokens in two main ways. First being challenges, and second being transferring device data over the network. The network also has functional Helium wallets. These include the Helium app, which is used for sending and receiving the HNT token. Great for the average person and extremely easy to navigate and understand. Then they have a more advanced feature that requires more technical knowledge, which is their CLI wallet. We won't get into that. We don't want to bore you with technicals. If you want to check it out, click the link in the description below. Let's get into partnerships. Here are some of the investors that are invested in Helium. Let's pull up the graphic there. Nope, the next graphic. Bam. So it's got a decent amount of partners there. It is growing. As they get more adoption mainstream, you will get more partners coming in. You might even get a network giant like AT&T that will want to partner with Helium to push this out. The other thing Helium does that other companies don't do is 5G internet, which is available now. The reason it's not widely available is because the signal is extremely weak. You have to be very close to one of the network towers to be able to get Wi-Fi consistently. With Helium hotspots, you don't have to worry about that. They're all same way. You can get regular internet. You can get 5G as well with the same capabilities.
None of these partnerships ring a bell, though. So just something to keep in mind. I think I've seen Multicoin Capital before, but...
Well, these are some partners and investors. There are actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Robin. I'm segue in. There are a couple companies that are currently partnered with Helium. Now, there's plenty, but the two I'm going to highlight, one being Salesforce. They're the leader in customer relationship management using Helium services for employee onboarding. Second being Norada, which is an elderly care solutions company using Helium to monitor location of patients and equipment. So not just internet, not just hotspots. They're able to onboard employees of companies and make sure that people that are in elderly care homes, they know where they are, their equipment, everything like that. So they're a multi-dimensional project and company, and they're only going to grow. Getting into the tokenomics and the markets of HNT. HNT is the native token of Helium. It is now, one thing to keep in mind, HNT is not used for transferring data or paying transaction fees. Data credits are. Data credits are created by burning HNT tokens. There is a halving cycle of 2 years, and all HNT tokens will be in circulation by year 2070. I'm going to send it over to Robin. He's going to do his thing. He's going to show you price, charts, market analysis. Take it away.
All right. So we're here with your favorite, Robin. I'm going to tell you, can you make some money on it? Is it a good time to enter? And where we're at with the price. Today's filming is December 29th. So just keep that in mind. At the current time, we are sitting at $37.74 with a market cap just shy of $4 billion. Going into the volume, we're only at $32 million in volume for a project this big, sitting at number 43 on the market cap list. A little
Very
lower.
low.
I'd like to see that at least at 100 million for something this big. So not a lot of trading going on this right now. Circulating supply sitting almost at around 50%, but with its rewards and the having kind of in line with what to expect. So no red flags there on the circulating supply. Going into the price, we came into the month sitting at $40 or just shy of 40 or just a little over $40. And throughout the middle of the month, through the downward market that we had, or the downward trend, did see prices as low as $25, and we're sitting at 37. Oh, in the short term might not be the best time to enter in. I like to look at the highs and lows of the monthly chart, and we're kind of sitting around where the highs were for the month. Taking a look at the year, this will give you more of a long-term indication on where the project is going. Once again, our highs for the year, and this is also the all-time high, was sitting just over $50 with the price sitting at 37 right now. I don't see too much money to make in the project in the short term. I mean, $50 is probably going to be the max here for this project. So even less than a 2x. But now, if you believe in the project long term, you believe in the vision as far as connecting the people that don't have internet throughout the world and making the internet maybe a little bit more efficient and more easily accessible and cheaper for everyday people that are overpaying on internet, and you believe in it,
Like me.
then you know what? Why not? Dollar cost average in. Not a terrible time to enter in. It's not like it's overly it's in price discover or anything like that. So pretty good spot there. Going into the market now. We do have tons of liquidity, pretty good. It is missing Coinbase and KuCoin as far as the major exchanges here in the US. However, it does have all of the liquidity that you would be looking for in a major project, Binance.us, FTX, Crypto.com, and then some smaller exchanges as well. So I would expect with a Coinbase listing for the price to pump. So I don't see why that wouldn't happen. Yeah, definitely some possibilities there on the short term. Nothing too crazy. 2x maybe in the short term.
This is definitely a long-term hold, my friends. It will take some time with what Helium is trying to do. And now for my take on the future of Helium. Helium is working towards building a giant network of 5G capable hotspots across the entire globe. The biggest competitor to Helium isn't even in the crypto space. It's actually SpaceX's Starlink project, which is putting satellites in space to give the world access to the internet. Helium's incentive program will grow their network of hotspots exponentially. The average number of devices connected to the internet per household in 2020 was a little over 10. 10 devices on average per household. And that number is expected to increase when the 2021 numbers come out. Helium has the infrastructure in place to capitalize on the growing number of users that will be in need of their services. The only area of concern is how fast they can scale with the computer chip shortage that is expected to last another 2 to 3 years. In my opinion, once that hurdle is put behind us, we are off to the races, my Friends, if you guys like the video, you want more content like this, please like the video, subscribe, help us out. With that being said, we are done with this deep dive. Make sure you come back Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to check out our live shows.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun. We banter. I talk shit to Robin. He talks shit to me, but I
that's
usually
right.
win. Anyways,
Like the video.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
How many of our viewers aren't subscribing and
Come on,
liking
baby.
videos, man?
Get some love. We're growing. We're growing. Grow with
Show
us.
that man some love, 'cause nobody loves him.
Yeah. We love you guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.